Today we're going to do some Amazon favorites, a little bit of a haul, and these are going to be things that are my favorites. It's going to be more for probably the high-end girl, not a lot of, well, there are some things like some clothing and stuff that aren't real high-end. And I have a list here that I've been making, and then this morning when I was getting ready, I added a few things. And I want to go ahead and show one of those because I bought these last year. And they came out and they got popular. Sorry, I just did my hair because my little puppy that I've kind of changed my routine and I'm taking a shower in the morning sometimes. And so I just took a morning shower and ran the big 2-inch curling iron through my hair. I actually just left some of it undone because it's going to get frizzy anyway when I go outside. I've kind of been embracing the frizz, and that will lead into some other stuff I'm going to show you. But these flip-flops, okay, first of all, wow. I mean, they're so light. They are incredibly light. They're the Archies, and I think Jennifer Aniston made these really popular. And what's cool about these is you stretch the top out to fit your foot. So when you first put them in, I don't have scissors right here, they are like really slim to your foot. And you know, when I first got these, I thought, well, that's cool. I'll try them. And then the reason they're named Archies is because they have really good arch support. Now I'm making this video right when Amazon Prime deals goes live, like their big sale that they have. So I'm thinking, although I don't know, I think it was just one thing that I knew was going to be on the sale, but a lot of these will probably be on sale. So I will list them as we talk about them. Back to the Archie. So good arch support, good looking. They look like Hobbianas, which are my favorites. And when I was trying the Soleil C flip-flops, they're not my favorite because there's too much flippity floppity in the room right here. It doesn't snug to my foot enough. And when I realized that was such a big deal for me, I thought I'm going to start wearing these. So I got these out and I'm going to wear them today. Let me go ahead and stand up and show you a few clothing pieces. And that way we'll have that out of the way. Okay, you guys have seen these dresses before. I would say these two are my favorites. And this one is Pretty Garden. Any of the Pretty Garden dresses. I have the long sleeve ones, and it's really cool because the sleeve is sheer. And then this has been I would say this is probably one of my most complimented dresses from men and women. I wore it the other night out to the beach with my parents for dinner, and I got a lot of compliments on this. And then the one I have on now, I remember wearing it last year in Florida, shopping with John, and I put a blazer on over it, and I wore my little Gucci slides. Very, very versatile. I was thinking if they wanted to make this perfect, they would have made the dark leopard go across the tummy area. Instead, this stripe makes your tummy look like it's really coming out. And I mean, I probably do have some tummy. I have lots of extra skin that I love because it was from having my babies. But I love this. It's just a really classy, high-end looking leopard print to me. It's kind of got those beigey, almost like rosy beige and rosy brown tones that I really like. And then the other day, Brooke and I went through my big racks upstairs. Wow, we gave away trash bags full. And then she is putting stuff on my website where I sell a lot of there will be things with tags just because I never got to wear it. You guys know how it is. But I told her I'd never want to get rid of these. These little skirts that I got from Amazon are perfection. I would have to say that's my favorite. There's something about that pretty color beigey with the more muted polka dots. This was my go-to mom outfit, was a little skirt, a tank top, and at the time I had some little bit of a high heel Sketcher flip-flop and the Croc high heel wedges, and then I would wear these. I think mine were maybe a little bit shorter by then, like that. But these, see, they have the mesh overlay with a really pretty bottom. Just so good. If you're not a tank top girl to wear with these, it would still look good with a V-neck sweater or a t-shirt. I mean, just anything, anything, a graphic tee, a white button down, anything. And then I guess I would say this is part of my haul. This is just a pretty little top from Sukkes. It's another brand that I find myself leaning to. And I just thought that was really pretty and would look good with palazzo pants or jeans. I think I imagined putting it with jeans. And I thought it would be good for Zoom calls. And then Anra Bess. I was wanting to just kind of give you some designer or names to look up. So you always want to look up Pumi, Pretty Garden, Mango Pop, Anra Bess. This one, I'm not sure what it is, but I'll find it like in my purchased, because on the back it just said something like fashion or something like that. But I really liked the color of this tank top. I love that you can still wear a bra with it. The V, it's kind of like that smoky purple that I like. And then that brings me to these cheap little plastic white hangers. This is not my typical thing. My favorites are just my wood ones. Matter of fact, these are my very favorites and they don't make them anymore. These were plastic and they were my favorite, but I bought them and then they quit making them. I love these. And even if you don't want these in your closet, first of all, I hate velvet hangers. I want something to slip on and slip off. And I also like a thin profile. That's what these are good for. So I bought a bunch for overflow and to put in my laundry room because I love John's golf shirts. Just slip right on these. I button the top and then I hang them up. And you can get so much in your closet with these. They've almost become my favorites. They're not the prettiest, but they look pretty and neat. And there's just so much value in the ease of use. As usual, that's important to me. And then they do have that ever so slight little dip, like for a tank top. So remember, Mango Pop, Pumi, like the little cami tops. But really the Pumi, what my favorite thing are the short sleeve and the long sleeve fitted that look a lot like Skims. Those are my favorites. They're so good to layer with in the winter. It's just really good quality. 2-ply, love it. My Stands Out makeup remover cloths. You guys, these are the best. The best. I can get this really hot and it feels so good. You just kind of go like this and go like this and your face of makeup is off. Speaking of makeup, this is a makeup look that I like and I've been wearing a lot lately. I had a dermaplaning facial on Thursday at my dermatologist. The next day, God, my skin looked so good. I would say nothing. I have never had anything done where my skin looked as good as it did when I left that office. Wow, I had not shaved my face or done dermaplaning in years and years and years and years. So totally recommend that. And then we were talking about exfoliating and everything. And I've been doing this makeup look where it's more just no lashes, a smaller wing. I kind of think of more like, I was thinking this morning, when I had my hair back, I was thinking I love that whole Bo Derek Bond girl vibe where you have sculpted cheeks, a little bit on the eyes, not as glam, but still a little glam. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. But, and I also CoverGirl Lash Blast. That's what I have on. I don't know if you can see my lashes, but love it. This is so good. This is so good. I used to love this. I bet I've bought 25 tubes of this in my life. So yes, love that. Okay, back to these Stands Out cloths. These also exfoliate. So I've gone overboard. It's one of those things that can get good to you because it feels so good. But when you put that warm water on it, warm to hot, and you're doing like this, it really is exfoliating your skin. Kind of like, they tell you not to go too crazy with what is that cloth that comes with, it's like muslin, I think. It comes with like the Colleen Rothschild cleansing balm and you don't want to go too far with it. It's kind of like your feet and a foot file or something like that. It's easy to go overboard and then you'll be paying the price. So don't exfoliate too much, but wow. This thing will leave your face squeaky, squeaky clean, washes up nice. I love these. I always take these out of town with me. because I prefer these to even a makeup wipe. Okay, another high-end but purchased a lot product. I got my first ones from Freeze Co Beauty, and she's probably having a sale, and I know have a code, so I'll put that down too. But just because I was on, I think that's what happens too with Amazon. Now they're selling such higher end products, and really very, I know I sell my lipsticks on Amazon also and on my website. And I know when we listed them there, we had to go through a lot to just get them on there, a lot of verifications and everything. So I feel pretty good about it. So I got 2 bottles. It was on sale, and I gave one to my mom. And then this is the Isden Hydration Uridine Lotion 10 Intensive. This stuff is good. It goes right in, and it almost leaves like a protective layer on your skin. I've already gone through probably 4 or 5 bottles. Another thing, and I know this is on my list, is the Bioderma Atoderm. I love that. I actually will use that to wash my face in the shower, but I use it to shave. I use it to wash everywhere. I love the big bottle. I love the pump. It's even kind of bougie looking. It just looks nice in your shower. I love it. Can't recommend it enough. My tissue boxes. John and I were in my car. Long story, but I was picking him up from having his car repaired, his truck. And I said to him, I said, I love this tissue box in my car. It's just a black, solid, matte tissue box. And I sit it on the floor, like right behind the passenger seat. And because it's black, it looks good because I like black on black on black. And then the tissues, when I pull them out, the box doesn't topple over. It's always where I need it. Love it. Love it, love it. So that tissue box and my one upstairs on my desk, that's really cool artsy one that's gold with like the bubbles. I'll be putting pictures in here. So that's another one of my favorites. Okay, there's going to be some Lola products in here. My little Chihuahua puppy, who is, let's see, this week she'll be 18 weeks. Pretty sure. I'm losing count. This little thing. And I have washed it and dried it only because it got swept up in the blankets that I was washing. But this little treat ball or food, and these are her favorite, favorite, favorite treats. And I wanted to show you, if you have a small dog too, then this is like the perfect combination. And a lot of times too, I'll just take these and take a few and just sprinkle them all in her toys so she has to look for them. But look how small these little treats are. And her favorite is the beef liver, dried beef liver. So I get these, and I have a pack upstairs and downstairs, and you put them in all of these little crevices. So she has to work to get those out, and she gets so excited. She's spinning around. And I've learned with Chihuahuas and probably a lot of dogs, it isn't that I need to wear her out walking her or exercising her, although we do walk, and I don't take my phone with me, so I don't have any footage of us walking. I'm just like in the moment. She's like the best thing that's happened to me in a long, long, long time. It's been very, very, very enriching. You know, like my mom always says, with great reward comes great sacrifice. So there have been some things, my routine has changed a lot, but she is so worth it. So worth it. But you need to exercise her little brain, her mind. That is what I've noticed with her, is I really have to keep her thinking, doing, and this just works great. I love it. I would say it's my favorite toy for her. And I do have a favorite, this little flat, I think it's a cushiony flat little, I think it's supposed to go in a crate. It's actually in her downstairs little pop-up crate now. But a lot of times I'll take that and put it on my lap so that she can sit on my lap and she can chew on her bone, because she wants to be on my lap all the time. And I like that a lot too. And then, her dog crate we got from Amazon. I'll list it below. My mom got their dog's crate from there. And Paw Paw sponges. I just got this one out today, especially this one with the wedge. This is how I apply my foundation. Today I'm wearing the new Makeup Forever in the neutral, but 222 6 in instead of the 222 in, because now I've got more color. Wow, that is an amazing foundation. Amazing. Of course, so is this. One of my most purchased, and I wanted to show you this color, 310. Typically, I wear 220, but in the summer, I like 220 with a little bit of 310 over it. It is perfection. Okay, so hair stuff. I could go on and on. First of all, I've never looked back from these hair clips. I'm telling you, every day I do this when I get in. Every day. Where did I put it there? And it just holds it so secure. They're the best. And then this is going to look crazy. When I'm curling my hair, I take the top and go like this instead of the 2 clips I usually use, and I do that. Then I just, run the curling iron through the bottom, and yeah, love it. Just bought 2 more. And that's so funny. With that said, I'm going to show you another hair clip that I'm going to try that I've never tried, but this style is perfection. Okay, my heat protectant, the Neuro. I order this off of Amazon because you can order it off of Ulta, but it's not in store. So it's easier when I'm on Amazon. I just order it and put it in my cart. And then, the other day I was telling you about the K18 heat bounce, which I do still love. I use today. But this is, you guys, if you've been here a while, you know how many bottles of this I've gone through. One of you told me about this, the Uncommon Magic Mist. Very, very similar. Matter of fact, a same thick consistency. Maybe not quite as thick. That might be a good thing, but still thicker than you would imagine. Let me spray it in my hand. Yeah. And smells good. With my longest, most luscious hair, this is what I used, was the Magic Mist. And I'll never be without it. Sometimes I even use it just to mix it up, because sometimes I think we need to mix it up a little bit. So Magic Mist for sure. I meant to put this on. I'm so bad about my Aura ring. First of all, it makes me mad because John and I watch TV in the bed, and I'll have this on and it will take points off of my sleep score for latency, where it tells me it took me, 52 minutes to go to sleep. Let me tell you, it does not take me 52 minutes to go to sleep. I go to sleep sometimes before we're done with the show. And so I used to only put it on right before I went to bed, and then I wanted it to calculate. I've been walking a lot. I wanted to just know all the other stuff that it calculates. So I guess the perfect thing to do would be to take it off right before I go to bed, watch TV, and then put it back on. Anyway, this I got from Amazon too. It's the Aura Ring in the ceramic in petal. And then it's not as important now that it's hot and I'm outside all the time. But in the winter, it was getting a little, and even now, because I'm not hot, it's a little big. So I got this little moissanite, I guess is how you pronounce it, band to go with it. And I believe these might be on sale. At first, I got a bigger one, and then I got the thinner one. And I just think it looks pretty too. I love this little petal color. They came out with thinner width Aura rings. I was like, ooh, but they don't have the ceramic yet. And I love the ceramic. And then this is my tiger ring. And okay, my lip combo today is my lip combo that I created. This is Muse lip liner. I don't have a mirror here. I will just wing it. This is the one I would say, here, we'll do a swatch. I would say this is my lip liner with the most color, but still a nude. It has a little bit, I would say, warmth to it. And then this is the Soho Nude. This is Jolie, and this is my peachy pink that I created. That's what I'm wearing. And then I took the Tarte Pearl and put it over it. And that gives it kind of washes it out a little bit and gives it that sheen. And I noticed when I linked this for you guys the other day on Sephora, I'm cleaning it off, that it's on sale. So they may be doing away with this. Okay, and then let's just show you some more jewelry that I think is so worth it and may be on sale. I have these in the gold setting and the, I guess, are these? They're moissanite, and these are the 6 carats total. My friend Sherry always wears these, and so she sent me the link and I got the exact ones. But they're not crazy cheap, but they're not crazy expensive, and they give a lot of look for the money. And I think they're gold plated. I could be wrong, but they're nice. See how beautiful they are? And then I believe this is Pavoy. That is another thing to always look at. Look at this, the tennis necklace. Beautiful. I was at a style conference one time, and this really high-end influencer, she's an Instagrammer, she had these on, and she had it layered. She had a couple of them layered, and she said, "You will love these." And I ordered them immediately when I got back. But just such a good deal. And then you'll notice I haven't been wearing a lot of necklaces because my puppy is obsessed. If I have a necklace on, she wants to chew on it. I know they make teething necklaces for babies that the mom can wear. I wonder if I should get one of those. I wish they made them for dogs. Let me know if they do. I looked it up. It seems like I saw it on one wacky website. But anyway, just a thought. And then I love my name necklace. Very Sex in the City. And I get the solid gold one. That way I can wear it, shower in it, and all the things. And I would definitely get something like this from Amazon. Okay, so bouncing back to hair as I as I bounce all around here. 2 brushes that I cannot recommend enough. One, I showed you this in my last Amazon video. This, I think, is pretty cheap. This little white paddle brush. This is what I use when I spray the piece with the heat protectant spray, and then I run this through it, and I love it. Just a good, kind of like my Olivia Garden brush. And then this brush is what I use to, brush out my hair after I put all my product in it, and it's just out of the towel. And it's very good for those of us that are, we've gone through menopause or we're going through, we want every hair to stay on our head, or if you have a sensitive scalp, or if you have extensions. I actually bought it when I had extensions because you don't want to, especially I had the tape in, and you don't want to just be pulling on them. And it's the Ergo paddle in the super gentle, ionic paddle brush. And I mean, like, super, super, you can just, it feels so good too. It's very stimulating for your scalp. I do it just like that. Matter of fact, when I did my hair today, I already had the makeup on, and I was like, wow, you always think if I were to go out of town, maybe I'd put gel in my hair and do it like that and just wear it like that because it was so cool looking. It was very, like I said, Bo Derek and also Yolanda Foster. I love the way she used to wear her hair back. Next time I get my roots done, I might get them a little lighter so that maybe I can play with those styles. And then this, I just thought I would show you again. I had someone ask me how I keep my eyes white. I think I forgot to use it today because I put it out here. I love this. This is the Lumify. When I first heard about it, it was from my eye doctor, and it whitens the whites of your eyes, which I will say, if you can get the whites of your eyes white and your teeth white, that is very, very youthful. It's very anti-aging. It's very make you look 10 years younger. And I love this. I don't use it every day. I usually use it when I'm filming, or if I'm just wanting to look really good, like I'm going somewhere or something. But typically it's on the days that I film. And then I've talked about this, but I kind of just wanted to say, look at Paula's Choice. She carries her whole line, or they carry their whole line on Amazon, a really nice store. So many good products, along with Prequel. This is Dr. Sam Ellis's line. I have not used this yet, but when I was getting my facial done, the girl I think she was 28. She's been doing facials and everything since she was 21 in another state. We had many funny stories, but she, sells a lot of high-end products at my dermatologist's office, but she said this is the best cleansing oil for double cleansing. So I ordered it. Pre-cleanse cleansing oil. It has Cica oil, linoleic acid, and rice bran oil. And I like to double cleanse, especially right before I get in the shower. I'll just do everything, break up my mascara. Most of the time I've had lashes on, I've got liner, and I've, kind of got sunscreen, I've got foundation on. I've been powdering maybe a little bit more than usual just because I'm walking so much and I want my stuff to stay on. It breaks that apart. And then I get in that warm water and wash it off. And then I'll go in with whatever cleanser I'm going to use. But yeah, she was recommending all these really high end, like the plated PDRN. Wow, it was 200 and some dollars, but she swears by that. Has anybody tried that? Let me know. And then I had this on today. Wow. It's kind of like CoverGirl Lash Blast. What a fantastic concealer this is, especially for everyone, but especially for us getting in our, mid like 40s and 50s and 60s. And the color is 120. And I think it's perfect for brightening. And then, you guys, best brow gel I've ever used. Love the packaging, love the brush, love the formula. Hey, Chanel. Hey, baby. Okay, it has like a shorter side if you really want to get some in there, and then the longer side. And I just love it. Worth every penny. Kind of high end. And then this. The esthetician was telling me about this would probably be a really good cleanser for me if I want to, because I'm at the point where I'm wanting to exfoliate or keep my skin turning over without, disrupting my barrier and without being too aggressive. And she said this was really good. And it's so funny. I said, I got a big PR package from Revision. She said, well, look in there and see if you have the brightening facial wash. That is their best cleanser. Well, the one I had was the Calm one. And I'll probably use it too. I'll probably put it in the shower. But this, she said, is very good at the exfoliating, but not too intense. It's rejuvenating cleanser with brighter, smoother skin. And it says this rich, luxurious cleanser removes the day's makeup and impurities, leaving skin feeling clean, smooth, and hydrated. Here it is. Alpha and beta hydroxy acids and natural skin brightening botanicals help exfoliate and brighten the skin. Your first step to achieving glowing skin that will radiate with health. Ideal for normal, oily, and mature skin types only. That's funny. Why would it just be for mature skin types? I don't know. I'm probably analyzing that too much. And then another thing I always want to remind you of to look at on Amazon is coffee table books. Wow. What was I just saw yesterday? I went in CVS. Maybe it was the day before. No, it was yesterday. I went in CVS and there was a magazine that was so beautiful with all these colors. And I thought about getting it and then I regretted not getting it. I'll pick it up and then show it to you, maybe on Friday's video, because it would look so pretty just sitting out or in a magazine rack. Hey, Janelle. Hey, baby. But look at the coffee table books and fashion books. You guys, I love fashion books. I remember before I started YouTube, February was 17 years ago. Before that, I had bought the Hot Mom Handbook. And I remember thinking I was going to write a book called Practically Sexy on all my tips to look sexy and feminine in a practical way. And I feel like I have carried that through here on my channel. I like to be comfortable. I like to be practical, but I always like to look feminine. And you can use another word for sexy. Whatever, pick your word. I know some people don't like that word, or they don't. I guess it's, not every person may identify with it. But I do. I love it. Anyway, I saw this girl on many interviews and podcasts because she styled The Devil Wears Prada to Anne Hathaway on her press tour. I did not see any of that, but I liked her theory about the art of intentional dressing. And she talked a lot about emotional dressing. I have put this book in my purse 3 times thinking I was going to read it at the beach or read it sometime, and I haven't gotten to, but I'm going to. And just so many good fashion books on, a lot of books I'll get at Asoline. I think I got this one. See, I just love looking at it sitting here, my Bardot book. But Amazon has really good coffee table books. Okay, the ring light on my mirror. I left it on so you can see it. That is a ring light I bought years ago to use for filming. And I don't use one anymore. I just open my windows and I have this one that I'll link. Just a good little clip-on light. But that one I've enjoyed so much on my mirror. So what I do is I just take the stand off of it, and John uses, it's this crazy strong tape. And he puts it up for me, and I love that when I'm washing my face I don't put my makeup on over there, but a lot of times I'll put my makeup on and then I'll go look in that mirror, like at around my nose and everything. So good. Not expensive. One of my favorite things. It kind of started, flickering and then it bombed, but I had had it for years and years and years. And luckily they still sell it because that happens a lot. Or I go back to order something and they quit making it. So the ring light on my mirror. Let's see, my ice roller. Wow, I love my ice roller. So I will link it below. Cat scratches, bee stings, anything like that. Good old ice roller on it. And it's a good big one that I like. Let's see, doggy blankets. I will list all of my favorite doggy blankets down. I have these thin little fleecy ones that I really like because when I put her in my lap, she's so little and my lap is kind of little that I like to have something there for her to, snuggle up on, and she's usually chewing her bone or something. The Turkish beach towels. I mentioned these the other day when I was talking about how much I loved that big, thick, luxurious Walmart one. Well, the Turkish ones I really like too, and they have so many pretty colors. They fold or roll into a little roll about this big, and they're perfect for taking to the pool. Or we just got 2 new lounge chairs outside, and I ordered a big umbrella with a weight on it. So because I'm spending so much more time in the yard, they're just pretty and I really like them. Okay, this is funny. This is in my cart. Have you guys seen, I'll put a picture up here, the human dog beds? Sometimes I'm upstairs with Lola and I don't want to lay on the sofa with her and take a nap because I don't want her jumping off and getting hurt. And I thought I might order one of those great big dog beds where the both of us can get in it and snuggle up and just maybe take a nap or just lay there for a little bit. But I'm just curious if any of you have gotten anything like that. Fashion books. Okay, the trucker hats. I ordered one. I'm going to put the picture up here called Easy Tiger, and I love it. And then I'm going to put some pictures of some other ones that I have in my cart. I'm going to show you this one that my sister-in-law got me. Is that not fabulous? I love it. I told her, I said, oh, I can't wait to wear this. Like when I go out of town with a cool outfit. So me. She said she ordered it for Christmas and it had just gotten here. Okay, I love the little New York hats, but it's a different vibe. I'm kind of loving the trucker hats. My friend Tracy, who's an interior designer, she has iconic style and she always wears the trucker hats with her hair in a ponytail. You don't put the ponytail through the back. You just do a loose ponytail and then you wear your trucker hat with it. I wore this yesterday. Even if I have sunscreen on when I'm walking and outside, I like to have a hat on. And then I'll put a picture in here. And then these sunglasses. I feel so proud to have found these sunglasses on Amazon. They are cheap and they are fabulous. I think I need every color. But I remember when I got my old sunglasses out that have that purpley tone, they don't still sell them. So I was like, wow, I really always like a purpley or pink toned sunglasses. And I tried, there's several that have already left here that were cheap. But look at these. They're dirty because I've been wearing them. Look at how beautiful these sunglasses are. I've got them a little bent. And then I wore this over it. Perfect combination. Throw on your t-shirt, your jeans, your flip-flops. It's a vibe. Now this is the Aviator Nation, one of my favorites. I love a cool trucker hat. And cool is a good word because they're cool because of the back being a netting. They're most of the time the snap. And I think it's because it has more room up here. It just gives that look that I love. I'm I'm going to do a video on that. Matter of fact, I talked to ChatGPT when I was in the car yesterday because I wanted to keep my thoughts that I had been thinking about. And this also keeps me from chickening out when I have a video idea or I have a thought. But I told Chat, look, this is my long conversation. Let's see. I've always wanted to do a video on how to be cool, how to be a cool person. And this kind of goes along with that. And I was thinking, so what does it say? Iconic woman concept. That's something I like too, because I always think I want to be iconic. And there's a lot that goes in that. Matter of fact, being an iconic woman, like my mom, like so many other women that we know of, it's a byproduct of their the things and the things they do, the decisions they make, the things they don't do, and how they live their lives. And by doing these things, they become iconic. So I want to talk about that. But one thing that chat does to me is he twists my words. And I know sometimes the way I put things are a little, it may not be as search friendly. It may not be as everyday woman, but let me see exactly what I said to him. And I was thinking, let's be cool, badass older women together. That's exactly was what I thought. Let's just be cool, badass older women together. And we're not worried about looking young. We're not competing with anyone, but we like keeping our identity and different things like that. And your signature style, that's how you become an icon. It's not by copying everyone else or copy them and then see how it feels and then make it your own. And okay, I know what I was thinking is when I was on Amazon, I was looking up some more hats to get, and there was a jaw clip where you could flip your hair up and it was like a little jaw here and a little jaw there to hold it up. And I thought that would be really cool looking too. Okay, let me see. Let me make sure I've got all my crazy stuff here. Yes, that is it. I wrote with exclamation points. I saw this just on a whim this morning. My chair that I have upstairs in my Ibiza themed studio upstairs, that's going to be on sale. And it's the Safavieh, which is another line to look up. BK Beauty brushes, they always run sales during the Amazon Prime. But I will put a picture of my chair right here because it's comfortable, it's pretty, and I love it. I could not, spending more would have not made me happier. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you find something good and fun, and I will see you on Friday. Bye-bye.